boxing, yeah.
Round one scheduled for 12. The champion, Douglas in the white trunks. Holyfield, the challenger and #1 heavyweight contender, wearing the red trunks with the black trim. And now, right off the bat, the key could be pace. Holyfield will try to dictate the pace, stay busy, swarm, and if Holyfield can get by Douglas's riveting rights through the early to mid rounds, it could be a telling sign. Then conditioning could take over.
Well, I think in these early rounds, what we want to look for is the battle of the jabs. Douglas has a terrific jab, but see Holyfield, he wants to establish his jab, and that will make Douglas's jab less effective. So that's a key in this first round.
Douglas, much bigger, 38 pounds heavier, 5.5-inch reach advantage. Will try to keep Holyfield on the outside so he can work his jab, left hook, and right uppercut, which was so useful and effective against Mike Tyson. He'll try to keep Holyfield from getting inside where he is so effective with those short, crisp, hard punches. And Holyfield has great hand speed, tries to wear down his opponents with accumulation of punches. Douglas tends to throw fewer punches, but he is very accurate. Holyfield is the busier of the two.
Holyfield putting better combinations together so far in this first round. He seems much looser to me. And you see how he always finishes his combination off with a hook. That's something he doesn't feel Douglas does. And there is that hook after a two-punch combination for Holyfield.
Holyfield tends to get hit often, but says people think he gets hit harder than he actually does. He told us the only time he was hurt or stunned was against White Kawi in the first meeting and against Carlos De Leon.
There's a counter right hand by Douglas, a key weapon for him. He's trying to find the range. Buster is looking to find the range with the right hand. That's why he's pawing with the jab. Whereas Holyfield's trying to find the range for that left hook.
Holyfield respects Douglas's skills, not overconscious of his size, and is not getting sucked in by Buster's weight problems. But he does question Douglas's intestinal fortitude, which was really illustrated against Tucker in '87.
One of the important things for Holyfield here is he's using the jab a lot, Steve. Can't let it languish out there because Douglas has such a quick right hand.
So a feeling out process here in round one. And with regard to Buster's stomach, Holyfield's co-trainer Lou Duva said, "I hope there is some food left in the hotel after the fight." Little boxing humor there, ladies and gentlemen.
More Buster Douglas tummy jokes than anything. Big right by Holyfield. Not a huge punch, but you can see he's finding the range with that punch as well as the jab. So this first round, what Holyfield wanted very much.
Evander Holyfield dictating the tempo out of the gate. Final seconds, round one.
Great three-punch combination by Holyfield.
Man, you boxing beautiful out there.
At the right tempo. See, don't get in a fight with him. Just boxing, you understand? Just keep him thinking that you're going to raise hell, see? But just keep that left jab going in your combinations, you understand? Keep him on outside. You don't have to go inside yet, right? Because you got plenty of time. Just keep him on outside and keep pot shotting him. I don't want that weight to be laying on you, right? Now you're doing a hell of a good job, right? Now that's operating like a champ. Let's just be very, very, very alert.
Work it.
Right hand,
Work your jab a little more and put a little more heat on it, all right? A little more snap on it, James.
Breathe easy, baby. Breathe easy. Step through it.
All right.
Breathe easy. Relax. Get the flow, Buster. Get the flow.
We head into the second round. They were extremely pleased over in the Evander Holyfield corner.
And you could hear what Georgie Benton was saying. Don't slug with him yet. Keep boxing with him, and also don't get inside because they don't want Douglas laying on him. You see it right there, and that's what I said in the first round. Whoever wins the battle of the jab early is almost sure to win this fight unless Douglas lands one of those super right hands.
And now, in most cases, when there were big weight disparities in heavyweight championship fights, the smaller fighter has won. And Evander Holyfield hopes that history repeats.
There have only been 5 men who won the heavyweight title over 230 pounds, which is really an astonishing statistic when you think about it.
Of course, Primo Carnera, 270 in 1934.
He was a lineman.
Amazing. Douglas at 246. Holyfield 208. Action in round 2. both flicking the jab.
They want a very methodical effort from Holyfield, and that's precisely what he's giving him so far. And he has negated Buster's jab at this point. That doesn't mean he will for the rest of the fight, but right now, the Douglas jab is not effective. And there's why, because he's got to worry about Holyfield's own jab.
Co-trainer John Russell of Buster Douglas exhorting Douglas on to give more heat, more snap. Holding and hitting by Buster Douglas, and Mills Lane is right on the scene.
And you saw Douglas as Lane admonishes him for holding, using the uppercut. Both these boxers have a terrific uppercut, and that might be the wild card in this fight, but it's only effective from the inside.
And a heavy left hook there by Evander Holyfield. And a right. That snapped Douglas back.
I think some would be surprised that Holyfield has been hit so little in the first round and a half of this bout.
He's not used to that.
He is not. Yeah, that's right. It may screw his game plan up. He is not the quickest starter in boxing. And of course, we also know that his defense has suffered some in the past. But I'll tell you what, I think in his corner, they're thrilled with this kind of methodical effort.
Sometimes Holyfield actually needs to get hit to get the juices flowing.
To really get into a brawl, but I'm not sure at this point they want that in his corner. They want something like this, because they know if this fight gets into 6 or 7, they think their man owns it.
Holyfield does have a monstrous right. Final 20 seconds, round 2. Again, the holding and hitting. Douglas holding with the left, chopping away with the right.
Will Mills Lane start taking a point away for the holding by Douglas? He's warned him twice now.
Lane, an authoritative figure. He's a district attorney in Reno.
You might arrest him.
That's better, James. You're starting to get loose now, okay? Come on. You're loosening up. Put your hands up now. A little more combinations, all right? You got to stay on the ground.
You are not on the ground. Get your butt in the ground. Right here.
One more time.
The 3 punches. Jab, right hand, stick off. Right there. Right there. You got to put 3 and 4 punches. You know what I mean? There you go. And
all right.
You feel yourself, champ. You got to feel yourself.
Off the dress. Every time you hit him in the belly, he's pulling up. He's pulling up. Concentrate, just moving. Go to that belly. Work with belly. You hit him with the right hand, come back with the left hook right into the belly.
Don't stand still too long. Don't stay in one spot too long.
Let's go, champ.
Round 3, it's scheduled for 12. The World Heavyweight Championship. Buster Douglas in the white trunks. Evander Holyfield in the red with the black trim. And so far, it has been mostly Evander Holyfield.
Holyfield told us the other day that if Douglas holds him like he's trying to, he is not going to exert a lot of energy early in the fight trying to get away from him. He'll let the referee do that. Later on in the bout, he said he'll try and really bull Douglas around when he thinks Douglas is coming. It was the first decent right hand from Douglas, but not too much damage.
Douglas perhaps beginning to get loose now. They wanted him to throw more combinations between rounds 2 and 3 from his corner. Meanwhile, Lou Duva was urging Holyfield on to go to the belly.
And there is the left hook underneath. Holyfield's a wonderful body puncher, and that's part of the reason he became cruiserweight champion and has moved ahead so well in the heavyweight ranks.
What a shot by Evander Holyfield. It was a twisting right, and down went Douglas. There's a new heavyweight champion of the world, and his name is Evander Holyfield.
And how much more unlikely could this scenario be? Not Douglas winning early, not Holyfield throwing a left hand. It is, instead of Douglas's right, it's Holyfield's right that creates a one-punch knockout. I don't think anyone would have expected this scenario to come about.
It ends in round 3. Douglas still down. Holyfield being hugged and congratulated. Lou Duva in the center of things. Evander Holyfield is the new heavyweight champion of the world.
Well, I think as we look at Buster Douglas and certainly hope that he will be okay, he didn't have even a chance of getting up. That overhand right just devastated him, and it came, by the way, after Lou Duva urged Holyfield to go to the body, which brought that left hand down from Douglas, and so the overhand right was there for Holyfield. Take a look back at the one punch that changes the course of heavyweight history, at least momentarily. Good straight right hand by Holyfield, a counter right hand, no less. Not the kind of a punch that we would expect him to knock Buster Douglas out with. But remember, in that first and second round, he was finding the range for this right. You'll see a lazy left jab by Buster Douglas. Then we'll see another, the uppercut from way back. Well, the primary rule in boxing is you never throw an uppercut from far back. We've seen so many boxers get knocked down from it. And remember, I said earlier, as we look at it again, that Douglas wanted to land the uppercut. That's not the way to throw it. This fight ended because Buster Douglas made a very basic tactical mistake.
Solid flush on the face from overhead. Here comes that monstrous right.
That is as basic a mistake as you can make in boxing, and Buster Douglas did it. I remember other fights, Donald Curry, who'd never been knocked out, trying an uppercut against Young Suk Wang, of all people, and getting knocked flat on his back. In this case, it's a very important blow because it separates this man from his heavyweight title.
And check out the eyes.
No way Buster Douglas was getting up from this.
Mills Lane counting him out. And let's get the official announcement.
Ladies and gentlemen, the official time, 1 minute and 10 seconds of the third round. And the new, undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, Evander Real Deal Holyfield.
Evander Holyfield dictating the pace from the very outset and ended it at 110 of the third round. And a stunned Buster Douglas.
Well, you know what? It was almost a non-performance by him.